Welcome to our group project MAT112. We have 6 contents in this video. Introduction. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from BA1191E Group 7, present to you Chapter 3 and 4 in Business Mathematics. We will share to you about Chapter 3 and 4, which is Compound Interest and Annuity. Thanks to our lecturer Siti Nuraini Binti Zulkifli for giving us this opportunity to make this group project together. And also our friends who are very supportive to each other. This is our team. We have the 4 members on the right side, which is me, Norfatah Anli binti Muhammad Marudi, and then Balkis Diana binti Sahude, Wafa Amani binti Rufaizal, and the last one is Nur Nasuha binti Muhammad Noor.
So, we go into the chapter 3, compound interest. For the question 1, explain briefly on the concept of the compound interest and list of the formula that can be used in compound interest. As we know that compound interest is the calculated on the original or principal value and the accumulated past interest. When we borrow money from the bank, we pay the interest. If you want to know how much interest you will earn on your investment or how much you will pay above the cost of the principal amount of the loan, we will need to understand how compound interest works. They have 6 things that we need to know in compound interest, which is for the first one, that is our original price. Original price is the original amount invested denoted by P. For the second one, interest period, which is the length of time in which interest is calculated. And the third, number of the interest period in the investment period denoted by N, where N equal to NT, T in years. Fourth, periodic interest rate. The interest rate for each interest period, thus the period interest rate denoted by I equal to K over M. And fifth, frequency of the conversion. The number of the interest period calculated in a year donated by M. Annually 1, semi-annual 6 months equal to, every 4 months equal to 3, quarterly or every 3 months equal to 4, every 2 months equal to 6, monthly 12, weekly 52, daily 360. And the last one, nominal interest rate. The interest rate for a year together with the frequency in which interest calculated in a year denoted by K. So, the formula that we have to know in a compound interest, which is S equal to P in bracket 1 plus I, the power of N. S stands for future value or accumulated amount. P stands for principal value or initial value. I stands for periodic interest rate, while N number of interest period in the investment period. So, in this chapter, we have 3 formula that we have to remember, which is future value, S equal to P in bracket 1 plus I, the power of N. The second one, compound interest, which is I equal to S minus P. And the last one is the present value, which stands for P equal to S in bracket 1 plus I, the power of negative N.
Hello everyone, my name is Balkis Diana, and I'm going to show you questions 2A and how it's going to solve them. The question told us that Maran have deposit 5,300 into saving account that earn 12% compounded monthly. And how long will it take for the investment to become 8,544.80 cents? For these questions, they're asking us for looking for investment to become 8,544.80 cents, which is firstly, we're going to use the formula S equal for P in bracket 1 plus I and power of N. So, when we're going to look for I, we're going to use I equal for K over M, which is I equals for 0.12 over 12. And that's mean I equals for 0.01. And back to the formula, we know that S is 8,544.80 cents. And when we put it into the formula, we're going to get that P equals for 5,300, which and equals for 12 and T. Now we get that 8,544.80 cents over 5,300 equals for bracket 1 plus 0.01 and bracket powered by 12T. And now we know that we're going to look for T, so that 1.6122 equals for 1.01 powered by 12T. So when we start it by the formula, we're going to get 12T log 1.01 equals for log 1.61222 and so on. So now when we put everything up, we're going to have 12t equals for log 1.61222 over log 1.01. So now we get that 12t equals for 48.000012103. And t, now we get that 48.000202103 over 12. And t, we got that it was 4 years.
Question 2b. Humaira opened a saving account which offered an interest rate at 4% compounded monthly with an initial deposit Rm4,000. 3 years later, she deposited another Rm1,000 into the same account. Determine the accumulated amount 8 years after the first saving and calculate the total interest earned. So first we need to find interest. Formula for interest: I equal K divide M. I equal 0.04 divide 12. I equal 0.003. Second, we need to use formula for S. S1 equal P bracket 1 plus I power N. S1 equal Rm4000 bracket 1 plus 0.003 power 36. S1 equal Rm4000 multiply 1.114. S1 equal Rm4455.47. Next, we need to find new P. Formula for new P: S1 plus P2. P new equal Rm4455.47 plus Rm1000. P new equal Rm5455.47. So next, we need to find second S. Formula for second S: P new bracket 1 plus I power N. S2 equal Rm5455.47 bracket 1 plus 0.003 power 60. S2 equal Rm5455.47 multiply 1.1969. S2 equal Rm6529.65. So that's the answer for accumulated amount 8 years. For the total interest earned, I equals second S minus new P. I equal Rm6529.65 minus Rm5455.47. I equal Rm1074. I equal Rm1074.18. So that's the total for interest earned.
So we're going to the next chapter, which is chapter 4, annuity. For the question 3, explain in detail the concept of annuity and list the related formula. So, as we know that an annuity is a series of equal payments made at an equal interval of time. Example of annuity is shop rental, insurance policy, installment payment, and so on. In each case, equal payments are deposited or paid periodically over time. So, in this chapter, we have to know that formula for the future value, which is stand for S equal to R in bracket 1 plus I, the power of N minus 1 over I. The interest earned or paid I from investment or loan in an annuity is given S equal to S, I equal to S minus NR. S stands for is the maturity value, while NR stands for the total payment. While the other one of the formula, which is present value, stands for A equal to R 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I, the power of negative N over I. The interest earned or paid I from investment or loan in the annuity is given by I equal to NR minus A. A stands for the present value, while NR is the total payment.
Hi everyone, my name is Praktisana. I'm going to show you how we solve question number 4A. These questions have told us that Nadia has purchased a car at 150,000 and she needs to repayment in equal monthly payment over 9 years at 7% compounded monthly, and now we need to find equal monthly payment and the interest charge. Okay, for this question, we are going to use present value formula, which is A equals for R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I powered by N and over I and bracket again. We are going to look for R while A was given in the statement, which is A is 150,000, and then we will calculate the I. Looking for I, we will use the formula I equals for K over M, where K equals for 0.70 and M equals for 12. Now we got that I equals for 7 over 1200. To use the present value formula, we also need to find n, which is n equal for mt, and we know that m is 12 and t is 9, where the outcome is 108 for n. Now we just need to fill in everything to the formula, where a equal for 150,000 and r is unknown. We open the bracket and followed by 1 minus and bracket again to put 1 plus 0.07 over 12 and powered by negative 108 over 0.07 over 12 and close the bracket now. When we calculate everything, we got that 150,000 equals for r multiplied by 79.70, and when we sort everything, we now get r equal for 150,000 over 79.70, which when we calculate it, we got that r equal for 1,875.94. For the interest charge, we were going to use r equal for nr minus a, where n equal for 108, r equal for 1,875.95, and a equal for 150,000. Now when we put every number mentioned into the formula, we are going to get I equal for 52,601.52 cents. And that's how we calculate questions for A.
Question 4. 3 years ago, Sarah deposited ringgit every 3 months into a saving account that earned an interest rate 9%, compounded quarterly. She spent the whole balance in the account to make a deposit for her registration at private university. First question, find the deposit amount that Sarah paid for her registration at private university. Based on the story, she said that she used the whole balance in the account to make a deposit for her registration. So that in this question, we need to find the future value of Sarah's saving account. So the formula that we need to use is S equal to R bracket 1 plus I power n minus 1 and divide I. So S equal to 1,500 ringgit bracket 1 plus 0.0225 power 8 minus 1 divide 0.0225, which is I stand for 9% divide 4, which is the rate divide compounded time, and N stand for M multiply T, which is time compounded multiply time. So we need to solve in the bracket first, and the answer we multiply with 1,500 ringgit. So the answer is the future value is 20,403 ringgit 33 cents. Second question, find the interest earned from her saving. So to find interest amount, we need to use formula I equal S minus NR, which is I equal to 20,403 ringgit 33 cents, the future value, and minus N, which is 12 multiply 1,500 ringgit, which is R. So the interest amount is 2,403 ringgit 33 cents. The last question, upon studying in the university, Sarah obtained a loan of 17,000 ringgit and interest rate of 5% compounded monthly. She promised to repay the debit through monthly installment or 10 years. Determine the monthly payment amount. For this question, we need to use the formula A equal to R bracket 1 minus 1 plus I power negative n divide I. So 17,000 ringgit equal to R bracket 1 minus 1 plus 0.004167 power negative 120 divide 0.004167, which is 0.004167 we get from the 0.05 divide 12 because the rate is 5% and compounded time is 12. So solve the bracket first and we get 94.28. So the answer from the bracket we need to multiply with 17,000, and the answer for R is 742 ringgit 47 cents. So Sarah need to pay 742 ringgit 47 cents per month.
That's all from us. Thank you. We hope you enjoy watching this video. See you soon. Assalamualaikum.